What's up, friends? It's C-Threep. Let's identify and talk about solutions for two very common mistakes that we tend to make when we're mixing our songs. And we do these mistakes because we think they actually make our songs sound better, but in reality, they make our songs sound worse. So these mistakes I'm talking about are, number one, adding way too much bass to our mixes, whether that's turning up the bass guitar or not cutting out enough of the low frequencies. And mistake number two is similar to that in that we hype up the higher frequencies too much, adding way too many high frequencies or not cutting out enough of the high frequencies. And we do this because it makes the song sound more present, it makes the song sound a little bit more exciting and in your face. That is a mistake because when your songs enter the real world, say you upload it on YouTube or Spotify or iTunes, if it's got too much bass or too many high frequencies, then people listening to those songs with, say, ultra bassy headphones will be getting a double dose of bass from their headphones and from your song, and it'll like blow their brains up. All right, so let's hear what I'm talking about. I've got a song here where I've got a balanced version where there's not too much bass or too much treble. I've also got a version that has way too much treble and a version that has way too much bass. So we're going to compare these and of course compare them to a professionally mixed track to give us a frame of reference. So here is the balanced version of the song. So let's compare this now to a version of the song that has too many high frequencies, or at least not enough of the high frequencies have been cut out. Now we'll compare that to the original one again. Now in comparison, you might be thinking that the one with higher frequencies actually sounded better. It was a little more exciting, it was a little more in your face, a little more present. But again, we don't want to then upload this high frequency sounding song on YouTube or iTunes or put it on my EP or whatever and have it like pierce people's eardrums. So here's a couple of seconds of the high frequency version again, and then we'll compare it to a professionally mixed track. Now here is our reference track, professionally mixed and mastered.
I can make you feel young again. And I can make you feel young again.
It's like almost shocking how much more mellow this is than my song that we listened to 2 seconds ago. So now let's hear the version of my song that has way too much bass in it. The tendency is to want to add a lot of bass to your songs. I get it. It can sound deep and full and just fill out all the little voids in your song. Let's listen to this again real briefly and then listen to that other reference track, the professionally mixed song. So here it is.
I can make you feel young again. And I can make you feel young again.
Again, you listen to a reference track and you think, okay, that is so much more balanced and smooth and just easier to listen to. So that is the goal, get your songs to sound balanced. Now what do? Let's say I've got my song that I've got way too much bass in there. Is it a lost cause? No, it is not. You can fix it simply by turning down the bass, for one. So I've got my bass guitar here. Let's play the song and I'll turn this down.
Change a thing.
So just go easy on the bass. Just take a moment and realize how much bass you're actually putting into your song. A very helpful tool is a frequency analysis. So it'll show you frequencies in your song. Here's what it looks like with too much bass. Okay, so this orange line represents how much the bass, how hyped up the bass was. You see the rest of the orange line, it's like they're all down here, and the bass just goes boosh. And the second thing I'll want to do, in addition to just turning down the bass guitar or the bass synthesizer or whatever it is in your song that's really adding the bass, is do a high pass filter. So you'll apply EQ. It's an effect that lets you tamper with some of the frequencies, and a high pass filter shaves off these low frequencies here, 40, 50, 60, 70 hertz, just by going like this. So I'm going to do that to the piano, I'll do that to the guitars, to the vocals, just get rid of a lot of these low frequencies. Same thing goes for these high frequencies. So we're back to the mix with the high frequencies. Let's go to the mandolin, for example. Let's just hear what it sounds like alone, just so you know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to use a low pass filter for the mandolin to let the lower frequencies pass through and get rid of some of the high frequencies. I'm just doing that to show you what this effect actually does and how it affects the mandolin. When I'm mixing my song, I would actually make this adjustment while I'm listening to the whole song. So imagine doing that to my electric guitar. Just shave off a little bit. We don't have to go too much. The tambourine in the background, shave some of that off a bit. Make sure you're not boosting the higher frequencies of the vocals too much to make them too piercing and too present. So anyway, that's a very simple concept. I'm sure it probably sounds like a no-brainer to you, but just be cautious of the low frequencies and the high frequencies. Make sure you're not overhyping them.